After 2 years of planning and juggling new parenthood with her busy job, Love Island fan favorite Amy Hart is married. The 2019 Islander, who didn't have the smoothest of times in the villa, and now jokes she was famously single and no one liked me, tied the know with her tech entrepreneur fiancé Sam Raisin in a stunning ceremony in Marbella, Spain. The 32-year-old got engaged to Sam last year, shortly after having their son Stanley, now 18 months. But as a self-confessed perfectionist, Amy admits that she'd booked the venue before Sam had even popped the question. We knew we were having a baby and we knew how we felt. So when we were out in Spain for a holiday, we decided to go and see some places because things get booked up quite quickly. She told OK shortly after the wedding. We saw this place and just booked it. I thought, oh, that'll give people 2 years to get their head around coming to Spain. Some people did think it was a bit weird because we weren't even engaged, but we were inviting them to a wedding. But I thought, look, I can give you 2 years' notice, or I can give you a lot less. What would you prefer? Amy and Sam pulled out all the stops on Saturday, September 14, inviting 137 of their closest friends and family, including fellow Love Islander Amber Gill, to the stunning Casa de la Era property in Marbella. They said their vows in the Grand Amphitheater, with Amy wearing an incredible dress by Lebanese designer Zuhair Murad, one of 3 dresses she wore for the special day. I took a selfie before the ceremony and you can see everyone behind me because they were all seated on different levels, Sam said. I started to get emotional when the bridesmaids came down the steps, but then when Amy suddenly arrived, wow. I saw her appear and she looked incredible in her dress. When she started to come down the stairs with Ian, I looked at Stanley, who was looking at me. Then he turned and saw Amy. And when she got closer, he said, "Mummy, mummy." And that cute moment made me snap out of the emotion a bit and be present. It was very special. I used to do pageants and now I get to go on red carpets. So everything I tried on at first felt too pageant-y or like it should be on a red carpet, she laughed. Then the manager of the wedding club asked me if I wanted to try it on, and even in the cubicle I wasn't sure. But when I walked out and saw it in the mirror, and then they put the veil on, I knew straight away it was the dress for me. It looked very Spanish, very mob wives, very dramatic, and the craftsmanship was just incredible. It was perfect for me. Amy says one of the highlights of the occasion was watching their friends and family come together so well, including Amy's old friends from her time as cabin crew at British Airways on Love Island and people she's met through her love of the West End musical theater scene. We're so lucky because our families and our friends completely match and they all come together so well, she said. We've been saying all weekend that any event we have, whether it be a christening, a birthday party, a hen do, stag do, or our wedding, you always come away with at least one new friend and how we're so lucky with that. I looked around at the pool party and saw one of Sam's friends talking to one of my friends, and my friend who's from the West End was sat talking to another friend from British Airways, and my producer on Love Island sat and talked to my nan for an hour, then had a really deep and meaningful conversation with my dad. It was such a lovely thing to see. The day was finished off on the dance floor, not a surprise given Amy and Sam's love of all things musical and theater. There was also a very special performance by none other than TOUI legend James Argent, who arrived for the evening do with his new girlfriend Nicolene Artruson, 31. Art actually works a lot with Masquerade Duo, and they told him they were doing our wedding, and he asked if he could do it with them, Amy said. So he came out and surprised everyone. We take for granted that we see him perform at Olivia's. And a lot of our friends won't come back to this part of Spain and won't see him perform live again, so the fact we could do that for them was amazing. The couple are now heading off on honeymoon to Las Vegas, leaving little Stanley at home with Amy's mom and dad, Sue and Ian. It was a perfect day for the happy pair, and Amy says they've got plenty to look forward to in the future. One of the reasons I felt so chilled is we're quite a chilled couple. We're not jealous, I mean we bicker a bit when I'm messy or Sam annoys me, but we're generally quite chilled. We just love life, we love each other, and we love Stanley. It was such an amazing day because it's all led to this, and then what's beyond it as well, she said.